Adrian. On behalf of Canadian SME, I'd like to welcome you to our small business podcast. How are you today?
I'm great. Thank you so much for having me.
Very, very pleased to have you with us this afternoon, Adrian. Now, Adrian, you have a very beautiful and successful, it's a success story, right? You are a female entrepreneur, you're very hardworking, and you're an inspiration to many women entrepreneurs here across Canada. Now, can you share with our audience what inspired you to start your own private agency, Star Quality Private Investigations, and what are you really hoping to accomplish through the work that you do?
That is such a beautiful question, and thank you so much for leading with that. The passion to heal others really did ignite the launch of my business. And people might say, private investigation? Well, how do you heal somebody through that? And, ultimately, people come to me when they are in a lot of pain, either professionally or personally, and they need answers, they need truth. And that's something that I am able to provide to them through the conduit of private investigations. And, the roads that led me also to investigation, and that really did, bring me to where I am today, is there was such loss and suffering that was, littered throughout my younger life. I do recall the one that really does stand out to me. At a very young age, I witnessed a very close family friend's son go missing. And I was able to really draw from that experience to see how much suffering the family went through. But then I also, on the flip side, I saw the unity that was shown through the police, through the community, through everybody and anybody, whether they were being financially compensated or not, just jumped in to lend a hand and to help in any way that they can. And that healing alone, just coming together with a group of people, stuck with me throughout my whole life. And, the unimaginable pain that a family and the extended family and friends, felt during the time of his disappearance, which is still an open and somewhat active cold case, was tremendous. And to be able to offer some of those individuals some kind of healing really is my passion when it comes to private investigation. Being
Right.
able to provide clarity and support and whatnot as well.
That's beautiful. That's quite an inspiration. Now, Adrian, how have you seen the industry of, private investigations change over the years? And what do you see as the future of private investigations?
Well, I will say this. When people used to think of private investigation, they used to think Pink Panther. I can't tell you how many people still, sing that jingle to me and hum the Pink Panther song. So, when they think of a private investigator, they think, the long beige trench coat, the fedora, and somebody lurking in the shadows, typically a male. And it's just so not like that anymore. And, there's lots of amazing women private investigators, and I will say it's a very male dominated industry, always has been, still is. We are definitely changing that. And technology has definitely changed the industry, and changes it on a daily basis. So I would say those are the two big changes. And, we do now have an amazing regulatory body that is, on top of everything and legitimizing the business and the agencies and the investigators. So I feel that those are the major things that are happening right now.
Mm-hmm. And talking about technology, do you have any, anecdotes about how your company's investigative process has been, improved by applying innovative, cutting edge technology?
Absolutely. As I mentioned, when people come to us, they're already in such a mistrusting, hurtful state. So transparency, constant clear communication, all those things are such key to being able to build the trust between our firm for somebody that's only used us for the first time, and our clients. We need to build that trust, and it really is in the forefront of our agency. Oddly, just before the pandemic started, we brought on an amazing research and development team to assist us with different and new and innovative technology solutions that would be able to better service our clients. And I guess we did it just, by fluke, and then the pandemic hit. But we wanted and we understood that a lot of our clients, as much as they love seeing us and coming in to see us, a lot of our communication was done remotely. And one of the burning questions I get is, well, how do I know you're on location? How do I know your investigators or your team is there? And that is such an exciting question for me, because I always respond, just in the exact same way. And that is, you get live feed updates. You get to see the second the investigator has arrived on location. And we really are the first agency to ever offer a real-time live feed update to our clients. So they're never wondering, are they really there for the amount of hours that we have asked them to be there? And nor do they ever need to wonder what is happening with their investigation. And it does really build an instant transparency, a trust. And I think that's really, really key when somebody comes to us in typically, the state that they're in, which is a very mistrusting state.
Right. I mean, it's quite a hard work, right? Now, Adrian, how is it helpful to have a professional like yourself investigate the infidelity versus doing the research themselves?
How many minutes do we have? So with infidelity investigation, you typically have one kick at the can. And while there are women and men that are amazing, investigators, and they'll do things, and that will typically lead them to hiring a professional. But it's kind of like, if you see a few drops on your roof, you don't necessarily get up there and rip your roof off and start building a new roof. You really do have to hire somebody that has experience, the expertise, and is the professional. When you're dealing with infidelity, their emotions are high. I know when we first started in the business, there were, as far as I know, almost 0 to none agencies that would actually take on infidelity, questionable behavior, relationship investigations, divorce, custody. They're very, very emotional. To most people, their family is everything. So it is a very niche type of investigation. You have to know what you're doing, with our team all being former law enforcement, detectives, sergeants, and specialty unit folks. They have so much experience in getting the evidence that our clients so desperately need, want, and deserve. And if you are doing anything regarding, family law matters, you have to obtain information and evidence in a legal, professional manner. There's a way to preserve evidence, and that is all very important. And again, I can't tell you enough how important it is for our clients not to show up while we're doing investigation, because there's one thing to see it on the screen, and you can go scream in a pillow, or bang your hand on the desk. But when you see your loved one with somebody else, back in the day, remember the movie Cheaters? People get super upset, and rightfully so. But I think it's really important to have a third party agency like ourselves to be able to look at it objectively, to be able to plan things out, to be able to get our clients the best outcome, whether it be legally, personally, for family court, for custody, whatever the case may be.
Right. No, absolutely. It's very useful to have. It's needed. It's essential to have a professional do it versus themselves. Now, Adrian, you've seen quite some growth during COVID. It's been 2 years now, and you're doing great. What advice would you give to your fellow women entrepreneurs that are looking to expand their business during this challenging time?
Another awesome question. Thank you for letting me share. You know, my advice always remains the same, and it sounds super simple but difficult in these times and when you come up against obstacles. But my advice to all entrepreneurs is to commit and always follow your inner voice, regardless of the outside influences, and whether that be your family, your friends, social media, whatever, the news. I always say just follow whatever instinctively you have inside of you, and never let anybody, steer you from that. I'm not saying that it's going to be easy that way, but if you continue just to listen to yourself, you will get so much further than having other people, um, perhaps, obviously I'm a big fan, as of joining networks and groups like with like-minded people to be able to get inspiration and solutions to certain things that you may be struggling with, which is another huge thing that we can do in these times, but not to the negativity and not to the outside influences with maybe somebody that doesn't understand, or maybe somebody that is not an entrepreneur and has not faced some of the struggles that you're facing as an entrepreneur today. The other thing for me too is a big one for me too is look at opportunity. Look at opportunity to better what you have, because it doesn't matter if you're the #1 private investigation agency or the #1 magazine. You can always get creative. You can always find new avenues to reach, a different service level, a different way to service your clients that, that they need, just exactly what we talked about, servicing our clients remotely. The other thing that I really do want to touch on is to protect your business. Protect your business by recognizing its strengths. So understand that there's going to be competitors that are going to come and copy you. That can be a huge compliment, but make sure you protect your business and identify your risks. Everybody is at risk. I mean, the day and age that we live in, everybody is at risk in some way, shape, or form. And there's ways to protect your business, which could be a whole nother podcast in itself, because it is absolutely so incredibly important. I also touched base with you on joining other networks, but also support other people. So if you've got great ideas, so many people keep their cards so close to their chest. My thing is share with others, support other people around you, mentor those that are, your junior or possibly your senior. And, I really do believe in karma, and things come back to you. And you really do have to support your other local and other businesses. My very last thing I would always say, and I say this to everybody in almost everything that they do, is to never quit, never give up, and always remember that this too shall end. And the struggle is part of the story. The obstacles, the struggle, that is going to be somebody's strength one day, and hopefully people share it. People on social media, things have obviously changed, and I love it, where they will actually share their struggles, because it's, things are not perfect, and, things are difficult, and things are very hard for everybody, but share your struggles, share your solutions, share the times, you were on your hands and knees and didn't know how to get through what you were going through. And that will be somebody's inspiration one day.
Absolutely. No, you've been so insightful with that advice. And I'm really happy that we were able to have this conversation and be able to, highlight some of the great work that you do. And it was really an honor and pleasure speaking with you today, Adrianne. So thank you so much for taking the time out.
Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it.